The question is 3 plus 4i over 7 minus 4i. And the instructions tell us to perform the indicated operation and remember to write the results in the form of a plus bi. So the first thing we want to do is, we're not allowed to have a complex number in the denominator of our fraction. So that's what we're going to try to get rid of. And the way we do that is that we multiply the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. So our denominator is 7 minus 4i. The conjugate of that denominator is 7 plus 4i. Now remember that whatever we do to the denominator, we also have to do to the numerator. So we're also going to multiply the numerator by 7 plus 4i. Now let's go ahead and go over here and do a little bit of math. 7 minus 4i multiplied by 7 plus 4i. And all we're going to do here is just FOIL. So we have 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 4i is 28i. Negative 4i times 7 is negative 28i. And negative 4i times 4i is negative 16i squared. Now we're going to combine like terms, and we have 28i and negative 28i. So those guys cancel out, and we're left with 49 minus 16i squared. And that is going to be step 2 of our new denominator. We have to do the exact same thing for the numerator. So we have 3 plus 4i. We're going to multiply that by 7 plus 4i. And FOIL again. So we have 7 times 3 is 21. 3 times 4i is 12i. 4i times 7 is 28i. And 4i times 4i is 16i squared. Combining like terms, that leaves us with 21. 12i plus 28i is 40i. And then we have 16i squared. So that's going to be our numerator. 21 plus 40i plus 16i squared. Now remember that when we're working with complex numbers, I squared equals negative 1. So working with our denominator again, if I squared equals negative 1, what we really have here then is negative 16 times negative 1, and negative 16 times negative 1 is positive 16, so that leaves us with 49 plus 16. Once again, we'll do that to our numerator. We have 21 plus 40i equals 16i squared. If I squared equals negative 1, we have 16 times negative 1, which gives us negative 16. So 21 minus 16, combining like terms, gives us 5. And then we have also our 40i. Okay. The last thing we want to do is combine the like terms here. We have 49 plus 16, which gives us 65, and our numerator stays the same at 5 plus 40i. Now remember that the instructions told us specifically that we needed to answer the question in the form of a plus bi. And so we're just about down to this point where we can actually answer it in a plus bi. So the way we do that is we say 5 over 65 plus 40 over 65i. So A is our 5 over 65, that first term, and B is 40 over 65, the second term, with I. So A plus BI. This actually is our answer, but we can do some simplifying here, and so we're definitely always going to want to do that. So 5 over 65 reduces to 1 over 13, and 40 over 65 reduces to 8 over 13. We still have our I, we still have our A plus BI, and that is our final answer. 1 over 13 plus 8 over 13I.